So far, in the negotiations in Washington to avoid going over what's called the fiscal cliff, President Obama has focused almost solely on one side of the federal budget ledger, and that happens to be raising revenue. Since the election in November, Republican leaders of Congress have offered revenue increases as part of a balanced deal that also takes on Washington's spending problem. Now, if the president gets all $800 billion that he campaigned on in the last election, and these are higher taxes, and that's over a 10-year period of time, it still will fund the government for only 8 days every year. In fact, spending when measured against the economy as a whole has been at historically high levels since President Obama's been in office, since 2009, in other words. Before then, on average, the federal government spent about 18.5% of gross national product. During the past 3 years, the federal government has spent 23 to 24% of the gross national product, and I think for a short period of time it was even 25%. The result has been 4 consecutive years of annual deficits above $1 trillion. The national debt has ballooned to more than $16 trillion. The president's own budget submitted earlier this year included $1 8/10 trillion in tax increases over the next 10 years. Instead of resulting in smaller deficits or debt under his plan, the national debt would grow by more than $10 trillion over the next 10 years. So it's pretty simple. The problem is spending. And you can't raise taxes high enough to fix America's deficit problem. Yet, we're still waiting for strong presidential leadership to tackle spending, including the entitlement spending reform that's needed, not just to save money, but also to preserve those programs like Social Security and Medicare that are such a strong part, an important part of our social fabric in this country. Higher taxes also hurt private sector job creation and inhibit the economic growth that we need to help pay down this deficit, broadening the tax base and creating new opportunities. Not bigger government are what's needed to strengthen America for generations to come, and we have that responsibility.